not really been talking about. But the big finale is going to incorporate all my talents, so comedy and music and all that stuff.
Really? You play the drums too?
Yeah, I'm going to play.
Is that right? Okay, now, are you nervous about this?
Yes, I am nervous. And when I get nervous, interesting gases exit my body, so... I'm already on the edge. Yeah.
And this is going to be at the Alamo Theatre in downtown, and it's July 16th. I so desperately want to be there.
Does that mean you're not coming?
Well, that's the same day of the bodybuilding show.
You studying? Hey, what you doing at the bodybuilding show?
I'm MCing it.
Oh.
I'm MCing it.
Okay.
But as soon as it's over, I'm headed to the Alamo.
Okay.
Because I want to see, how long will this show last?
It's going to be a couple hours.
Okay.
A couple hours. DJ Joe Nasty is going to be opening up for me, so we're going to have a live DJ to start the show. He's going to be mixing. And I'm talking about old school DJing, not just set up the computer and play music. Like, he's going to be scratching and getting people excited and pumped up before I come out. And then I come out, we're going to have some libations. Because the more people drink, I'm telling you, the funnier I'm going to be. So we're going to have some drinks and some music, and it's going to be real fun.
Well, that's good. Now, the name of your show is All Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So, and your cards are kind of based on like a presidential theme. So we hear jokes on Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And
Absolutely, absolutely. We just thought it would be a good time to capitalize off the whole presidential nonsense that's been happening for so long. So yeah, I got some jokes in there about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. I'm going to talk a little bit about Barack Obama and how I wish we could vote him in for a third term. I'm going to make a suggestion for another black person, I think, who could be president. So yeah, I'm going to have some political stuff in there. I'm going to be talking about relationships, going to be talking about Prince. So I'm going...
You would crack jokes on Prince, really?
Not necessarily.
I can see it in your eyes.
Not necessarily. I'm going to share the story of the time I went to see Prince perform and how amazing it was and how he was just real pretty. He was real pretty, and I was intimidated, and my self-esteem was affected. You know, so
it's not too early. It's not too early.
No, it's not too early.
Okay.
No.
But you know, on this card, you look like a presidential candidate. You ever thought about politics and all that stuff?
No, I haven't.
Never have.
Being a preacher, I thought about that.
You thought about being a preacher?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes at cricket, you know, you can just say a little silly stuff and you pay a lot of money and get Cadillacs and stuff. I thought I could be a preacher. Yeah.
So, now Rita, with you being, you know, this one-woman show, and you're just going to come out, no prelim comedian coming out?
No, actually, I wanted to do something different. Last year, we had a poet that came out before me, and this time, like I said, it's going to be DJ Joe Nasty. You know, I can't pay people. I can't pay an extra comedian to come.
Since the last time you were here, your career has really been, you know, moving up. So how have things been going?
Very well. I've had an opportunity to do some things I typically wouldn't do. I hosted TEDx Jackson last November, which was really different. Because I had to be extremely clean. I couldn't really be Rita B. I had to be...
Well, you're not really dirty, though. You're not really dirty.
No, I'm not dirty, but I definitely had to be clean that day. So that was different. Recently, I've been traveling out of state a lot to test my material and see how it goes over in different states. I won a competition in Alabama recently, at an open mic competition, which was really fun. It was 12 comedians. And I got the top spot. It was only a 5-minute set, you know, but it was good and it was encouraging to see. Okay, so I can go outside Mississippi and my material does work outside Mississippi.
Congratulations. So. What did they like? What did you do that night?
I talked about all kinds of stuff. I talked about the gorilla incident that happened with the little boy being in the cage, and I said something that shocked the crowd. I said, you know, I'm glad the baby made it out, because with a black gorilla and a black boy being in the cage, I'm surprised they knew which one to shoot. And they were like, oh. I talked about just race. I talked about race and how we need to educate our black students. Because I asked one student one time to name me a famous Black Panther, and he said Cam Newton. And so I'm saying we got to educate the kids.
No, he did not say.
Yes, he did. He said Cam Newton. I said, not that kind of Black Panther, man, the other kind.
Wow. So did you incorporate is it too soon to incorporate the little boy that fell in the alligator?
Oh, no, I got a whole bit about that. Oh yeah, it's going down.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but that is my job. She said, why do you do comedy? And I said, well, because it helps me escape the woes of the world, and it helps other people escape the woes of the world, because it's my platform. I can talk about those things that other people may not have the authority to say, but it helps me escape and give some comedic relief to people so they won't be all tense. I try to make jokes about things on Facebook. Otherwise, I would just be angry. You know, so it helps me escape.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, that's great because you know, I'm kind of like that too. You know, comedy kind of, you know, breaks the ice. But is that something that you won't touch? You won't touch the Orlando shooting? You can't touch anything like that?
No, I'm going to do a spin-off joke from it. So it'll be an opening just to get a transition, just to get me into a joke. But I'm not, I wouldn't make fun of the deceased or anything like that. I've seen some comedians do that, and I think that is a little too soon for that. We're talking about lives that were lost, so it's a difference in making fun of the deceased. That's a no-no. I wouldn't do that. You know, folks who were victimized like that. But you can pick topics from the shooting, you know, to transition you into something else. So I'm going to do that.
Is there one topic that you really liked with politics or?
Yeah, I'm talking about a lot of political stuff. I'm talking about gun control. I'm talking a lot about race. So I know there are going to be some black and white people in the audience.
You like talking about that, though?
Yes, I do. Because that's what all our
race is fun.
It is.
Race is fun. People they're so uptight about it. It is funny.
Yeah, and I'm expecting more white people to be at my show this year. I think I've diversified myself a little bit. So I'm going to talk a little bit about black people shenanigans and a little bit about white people shenanigans. So I'm not going to be discriminating.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Again, this show is Saturday, July 16th, and it's going to be at the Alamo Theatre. And I want you to come back, you know, as the show gets a little bit closer.
Yeah, I'll come back, and we can go ahead and encourage
you. Really, because I asked you to come back before and you didn't come.
I'm here now. What are you talking about?
See, now, this was like CNN or ESPN or something. You know, you'd be here.
I just want you to get some better peppermint, see, because this right here ain't okay. What is this? This ain't even the classic peppermint.
Actually, that's supposed to be.
What is this,
It's supposed to be a cup with drinks in it.
Where's my special treatment? I ain't get no coffee when I came in, no sausage.
Actually, you weren't supposed to.
No biscuits or nothing.
Actually, you weren't supposed to. That's supposed to be a cup that make you think it's a drink.
Y'all gotta stop being props, man. In order to get me back, I want some breakfast.
So, after this show, which we certainly know will be successful, what's next for you?
I really want to go on some kind of tour. A lot of the lady comedians I've met outside the state are wanting to do an all-ladies tour. Two separate groups of lady comedians have asked me about that, so I'm not opposed to that. Even if it's in the South or just on the East Coast, I would be very, very open to that. Doing a tour and you know, just going all over to see how I would fare in other areas.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, for people who want to get tickets, you can go to eventbrite.com. And get tickets. You can also go to Salad Mookie's. They're one of our sponsors. And when you go to Salad Mookie's, you can enter for a drawing, too, when you get a ticket there. Stephen James and Allstate, some of our sponsors. Fallon Brewster, some of our sponsors as well. Mississippi Greek Weekend. So thanks to all those people. The tickets are on sale now. We have sold a good bit pre-sale. I mean, like over 100 have already bought tickets.
Wow, that's great. Now, you like sports?
Love sports.
Okay, I want you to stick around. Can you stick around?
Yeah.
You're not ready to go somewhere else?
No,